coming into your body as if you are actually present in it, right? Which you are, and you're always present in your body. So even if you're sleeping, even if you're dreaming, even if you are having an out of body experience, that's coming from your body. So it might feel like you're not present in it. You might be disassociating means we're not feeling our bodies. So we're coming into feeling our bodies, feeling what it feels like to be in there as the part of you that has always been in there, the part of you that is your awareness. And we're going to do some breath work. We're going to do a little bit of coherent breathing, and then we're going to do some more bouncy, trouncy, up-regulated breathing. And then we will do some lymph flush and energy work, and then we'll get into more mobility work. So inhaling, stretching up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Opening your heart to the heavens, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, landing on the planet Earth, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, open, 2. Look up, lift your chest, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, open, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, come down, bend your knees, round your spine, 4, 5, 6. If it feels okay, just making this arch and curl bigger, 4, 5, 6. Bend your knees, soften your spine, 3, 4. Let your head totally relax. Inhale, open, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, drop it down, 2, 3. Bend your knees, soften your spine. Not going for a huge stretch, just rounding, curling your spine, and then opening, lifting. 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Surrender. Drop your head. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. Bend your knees. If it hurts to drop forward like that, just stay vertical. 4, 5, 6. One more up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open your feet wider, bend one knee, bend the other. Again, we're not going so much for a huge stretch as mobilizing the tissue. So if you're tighter, you could put something in front of you, hold onto a chair, hold onto the wall, but get this movement from side to side in your hips, in your spine, letting your head hang down, dangling your head like a carrot. No, not like a carrot. Just letting it hang. Bend your knees and roll it up. And we're going to do some internal, external rotation. So it's like we're wringing out our body a little bit, spiraling in, rounding your spine, curling, turning out, opening it up. Internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation with a cat cow, internal, cacao, exhale, open it up, internally rotate, externally rotate, internally rotate, externally rotate. Come in, shake and bounce. Free up the flow in your body. We're going to do a who breath with this. So for those of you who have never done the who breath, you might need to blow your nose, or you might snot all over. Have a sip of water. Okay, who breath is like, oh, and then my camera stopped. You can hear it. You can do it with your mouth closed, and then in and out through your nose, and you're bouncing. So you're finding a rhythm, freeing up your body, bouncing your tissue, feeling as foolish as possible. So take yourself less seriously. Getting some energy moving through your body, bouncing your tissue, hydrating your joints, and getting that fascia to become more elastic just by bouncing. Doesn't have to be a jump, but if you've got the energy, you could jump around. Don't injure yourself. Open up the space around you. What's going on in the back space? What's going on in the front space, right? See if you can free up body parts. It's harder to hold tension in things that you're shaking around, right? So we're offloading some tension. Let it go. Feel your heartbeat. Healthy heart, healthy lymph moving through your body. Often your blood flow and your lymphatic flow are traveling along like in little bundles together, same pathway. Blood, lymph, and nervous system often bundled together, traveling around your body in these little cohorts. No, in these little tribes of blood, lymph, and nerves bundled together, moving through your fascia. All right, coming in for the lymph flush. Where do I come up with this stuff? Well, studying with Gil Headley, the International Fascia Hub. Lori Nemitz has a book about fascia, the myofascial system. I think it's in Movement and something. I actually have a painting and some writing in that book. So there's a lot of information out there. Let's take our right hand to our clavicle, this bone, your clavicle, also known as your collarbone. Moving your hand, kind of tree frogging with your fingers so you're getting the tissue and the superficial fascia to move. Don't be shy with yourself. Touch at an appropriate level for your body, not trying to rip anything apart, but mobilizing this tissue in the interests of making sure that that lymph pathway back to the subclavian vein into the heart is open. Same thing on the other side, left hand to right. Mobilizing that tissue, feeling your own body. Oh, hello, body. I can feel my body from my hand touching it, and I can feel my hand touching my body, right? I'm feeling in two different ways, receiving and touching in, receiving the touch, touching, coming up around the angle of the jaw, squishing in. I just finished teaching in an online retreat with Michael Taft, which was really, really moving and fun. Online meditation retreat, and I am the movement person, which is such a pleasure to be with that group of people. And such a gift to be able to teach with Michael Taft, who has been my friend for a million years. Coming around, getting all of that stuff gently. You're not trying to rip it apart, but especially right here under the angle of the jaw. So if it's morning for you, there's a good chance that it's the glial lymph, the glial cells in your brain that are clearing, right? The glymph. We're going to take our hands in front and back, doing the live long and prosper, or nanu nanu, and just draw down towards that subclavian vein, drawing from in front of and behind your ear, very gently. If it doesn't feel good, then lighten up, right? We don't want to jam into our bodies. Shake it out, coming into our face, right next to your nostrils, just above it. Should be like a little indentation, squishing around in there. You can squish up your face, open up your face, squish, open, mobilizing the tissue from the inside as well as from the outside. And then we're going to go right under our cheekbone. There is a little pathway out right there. So be very gentle. We don't want to hurt it. We're not trying to rip anything apart. We're just trying to give it some free flow movement inside our bodies. And we're going to add all the energy work today as well. Rubbing your hands together, 10 little dragons running through the forest. If you have your hair up, like in a ponytail or something, and you can easily take it down, then I suggest doing that so that you really get in there. This is the hairstyling section of the class. Getting your whole scalp, especially all the like hair follicle areas. If you have no hair, you're just doing it on your skin. Freeing up the flow under your fingertips. Good. Shake that out. Coming back to the lymph. Oh no, we're going to do energy work, then lymph flush. So we're coming down to this point. Here are the edges of my collarbones. I drop down, and there's two places where my fingers just fit right in. K27 points. We're just going to make little circles in there. From my reading on K27 points, which my reading is from Donna Eden's Energy Medicine book, this is a place to call yourself back to yourself, right? I feel like anytime we're like coming in here, sometimes people are rubbing themselves there. Like we calm, we return to ourselves with this area. So notice if you can during your day when you're touching your face. We do it a lot, right? What brings your hands to your body? And like just see if you can catch yourself doing it. So much movement is happening and we're not even aware that we're doing it, but see if you can at some point notice when are you touching yourself? What is going on? And how are you feeling? And what happens when you touch yourself? Like is it giving you solace or anything like that? I've got somebody else that wants to be touched right here. It's the pea pod. Oh, she's going to give me a little attack. She doesn't like to be turned over like I just did to her. We're going to, but she does want it, but she does like to be picked up like this. Anyway, thymus thump, tap it out. Here, you need a spot to go to. There. Yeah, she's not an attacker at all unless you turn her on her back or her side like I just did to her. Unforgivable. You can add some sound to that. Oh, but I wanted to show you. She's got one little gray circle on her belly, which is the pea inside the pod. And her body's kind of a pod-shaped body. Wow. Okay, coming back to the lymph flush. Right hand to left armpit pec, squishing around that. You can also move your arm. Like when we're moving from the inside and moving from the outside, we're really getting that tissue to mobilize. So we have sliding and gliding surfaces inside our body. Sometimes people think it's all just like push in, roll around, squish down, but we want movement in there. We want the tissues to be able to easily move against each other. So that's how we move, right? If we have hydrated tissue, we can move a lot more easily than if we're dried up and crusty. I don't know. I don't think we actually get crusty inside our bodies. Maybe inside your nose with snot, but it's just an image that I like. Switch it to the other side. Left hand to right armpit pec. And then we're going to come into Cisterna Kylie, just a little pulse in and up. If you look, it's usually right in the middle of your body between like your neck and your groin. Right in the middle part. And you can kind of round yourself, curl a little bit to get in there. Deep diaphragmatic breathing is another way of moving that sternocleidomastoid, which we did in the WHO breath. Coming into the inguinal fold between your pubic bone and your hip bones. And if anything feels sore or tender, be very gentle in there. We're not ripping anything apart. But when we move our tissue, we are inviting the tissue to strengthen, right? To get more integrity because we've asked it to do something. Hands behind your knees. We are a system of biotensegrity, a system of elasticity, but it's not like a rubber band. It's a fluid system, right? So we aren't, people often think of themselves as sort of biomechanical. We are bioorganic. We are living tissue. And it has a capacity to shift and change, right? I think sometimes we think of ourselves as being like not very changeable. But through movement, through breath, we can change things a lot through our own intentions, the way we think about our bodies. So the old school biomechanical model is not always the best one for really coming into presence in your body. Let's spiral, twisting, looking around behind you. Again, we have a lot of lymphatic lymph nodes in our body, in our torso, that as we twist, we're giving them a little ring, right? Spiraling is great because it's like we're sort of wringing out our body. And as it returns back, it's drawing in fluid, right? So we're adjusting fluids just by twisting and spiraling. Looking around behind you. Oh my God, are we ever going to get to the exercise portion of this class? It's all the exercise portion. All right, let's take one hand and you're going to scoop up. So you're crossing midline and you're scooping up on the diagonal. Scoop and lift. And see if you can find a rhythm. Down, up, 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 down, up. Right, when we're doing coherent breath work, let's open up and just cross, cross. I feel like we're ready for like either some Greek dancing or a Jewish wedding. Kicking across. If we were with the whole group, we might have step, cross, step, kick, step, cross, step, kick, step, cross, step, holding hands, right? How many times did humans do circle dances in history? Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. A little bit of vestibular work. So we'll start just head side to side. Take in the colors, the shapes, the light around you. Try to let your eyes receive things that are really close and then also things that are far away. So if you can look out a window and see far off into the distance, take that in. It's great for our eyes to track close and track far. And then you're going to close your eyes and imagine that you're seeing everything you just saw, but you're turning your head with your eyes closed, imagining the vision. Good. And then we're going to come in, we're going to go up and down with your eyes open, seeing everything. And then try it with your eyes closed. And imagine you're seeing everything you just saw. Fill in the details. And then coming in, we're going to tilt. Thinking of this tilt as two things happening. One, my cheekbones lifting to the ceiling, and two, my ears dropping towards the shoulder a little bit. So it's kind of like not just my head really moving to the side, but also this lift with the cheekbone. So my head is kind of staying more central as my cheekbone lifts. Try it with your eyes closed. Imagine you're seeing the world. You're seeing your environment. Good. We might on another day do that with one leg balance, but we aren't going to do it today. But we are going to do one leg balance, but with movement of the limbs. So you're going to stand on one leg and you're going to move your arms, your legs around, trying to cross midline in front, cross midline in back, take up space, be diverse in your movements, add spirals and twists. You can even move your whole self around. Woo! You want to challenge yourself to keep your balance, right? By moving in different ways, challenging your own balance, strengthening that standing side, and then change it to the other side. If this is a lot, then hold on to something and do it. You'll still get a benefit, right? I could hold the door so I'm not going to fall over, or hold on to a chair. Find ways to do it. Find ways to make it work in your body. And it doesn't have to be like this beautiful dance like I'm doing. Just kidding. It could be, but it could just be movement, right? I'm going to fall on a plant in a minute. Finding ways of mobilizing on one foot. So as I'm doing this, I'm like, ooh, I can really feel my hamstrings firing up to help me balance. I feel all this like hydration in that hip socket. Great. Even yourself out. Take a moment to have a sip of water if you need to, a moment of independent thought, landing in presence in your body, landing in this experience of being in your body right now, not from a judgmental, critical, oh, I didn't do that well enough, or my this is too fat, and my that is too skinny, and this is too big, and that's too small. All of that can go sit in the chair. Doesn't have to leave the room, but it's not the focus. Bring yourself in as the experience of being you. Is it bubbly? Does it feel heavy? Let's play with that just for a second. This sense, so our weightedness, how much we can throw our weight around, and our sense of gravitas and gravity is a huge part of us feeling like we belong on the planet, feeling like we can take up space. So let's just feel down. Keep kind of pushing down into the earth, feeling your weight connecting down. So I'm bending and then I'm coming back down for a landing. And I'm focusing on the down part of this movement, feeling myself connecting down into my weightedness, into my earthy nature, into the ground beneath my feet. So I'm just focusing on that down. And maybe you want to come even further down, really up to you, depending on how much you want to connect to the earth or how good your knees are. A couple more times, really thinking about the down quality. And now, without any change in what you're doing, notice the up quality. Is it effortful to go up, or is it very easy to go up? Just notice. Is there lightness as you rise? Can you find lightness, maybe exaggerating the lightness to push down with this strength, finding lightness? Or not, maybe it's, oh, it's a real effort to lift up. Oh my God. So if it's feeling like a real effort to lift up, imagine that you're like helium and you're just floating up, and the effort is to come down. Helium, lightness to float up, effort, pushing down, coming back down to earth. Just finding this sense of lightness in your body, maybe, and down with strength. Maybe it's hard to come down with strength. Lightness and strength. Great. Let's take it down to the floor and get into our exercise, or as Neural V's would say, the glerons, exerkisi. This is something that is now, it's now on Instagram and it's on YouTube. It's Neural V's, Neuralviz, and it's very funny. It's it's very funny. Highly, highly recommend you check out Tiggy Skibbles. Open it up, side stretch. Open it up. It's social commentary. It's in such a funny way. Open. And then circle the whole way around. Take it forward. If sitting cross-legged isn't available to you, you could do this on a chair with your legs out, or you could let your legs be in any kind of position. And if your hamstrings are tight, like you could be doing this here. What we're trying to do is just get the movement of your whole spine, head, tail, and these three big bony structures, your cranium, your ribs, and your pelvis, relating to each other as they circle around. Good. And then let's change. Non-dominant leg comes in front. Sometimes I teach this and people are more comfortable here. If that's you, that's fine. Take it down, shift from side to side. Let your head and neck relax as much as possible. Shoulders releasing. Breathe. Letting the lower back and hips relax. And then coming in, rolling it up. And let's just circle our guts around for a second. So circling your pelvis around. My rib cage is circling as well. Even my head is circling a little bit. Mobilizing my spine, mobilizing my tissue, mobilizing my organs, and change direction, other way. Right? Sometimes like fitness, it's starting to change, but fitness kind of comes to the body from the outside from a very objectified way of like, I'm going to make this bigger and then I'm going to do that. And this is how I do it the right way. But let's invite ourselves to come into the experience of being in our body and deeply listen to our bodies. There's so much more to it than just exercise, right? There's like the physiological component, but it's not even just exercise. It's breath work, it's connection, it's hydration. Um, it's moving with agility, moving with ease. And the thing is also when we move our bodies more, we're going to feel them more, which means they might hurt more, right? Oh, I can feel stuff. But also, I find that when I'm moving more and in diverse ways, it changes a lot. I'm not just, oh, this thing hurts forever. Usually there's a lot of shifting my sensation of what's going on. All right, let's drop our knees from side to side. Really relaxed and easy, letting your knees fall one way, opening through the center, closing the other way. And then you're going to take it a little further across, spiraling, and then the other way. This really opens up the space between my shoulder blades, and it feels really good. But if twisting hurts for you, you might want to just roll from side to side so that you are still getting that massage through your back body, but you're not going for that twist. So really make this class work for you and trust your body. Like, oh, sometimes people have a hard time differentiating between good pain and bad pain in your body. I don't know if there is such a thing as good pain, but maybe good sensation. Let's press up. Open your feet just a little wider. You're going to make big circles with your hips, really big. Push the floor away, open the front of your hip flexors. This is a really important exercise for people who sit a lot. This is also really great at rehabbing uh, hamstrings if they're injured, right? If you've overstretched your hamstrings, you want to strengthen them and move them and get blood flow going through there. Change direction. Sometimes we have pain because we've injured something, and then we think, oh, if I keep stretching more, I'll fix it. And it's kind of the opposite. You might need to be doing more strength work, more mobility work, not extreme mobility work, like more soft, slidey, glidey mobility work as opposed to extreme big movement. All right, come in, roll it down, take your knees in, and keep your knees together, circles, just massaging out your lower back. As you're massaging out your lower back, notice if you're holding tension in your jaw or in your face, and relax it. Let it go. And then change direction, go the other way. So back to this idea about like embodiment, fitness, all this kind of stuff. Developing rhythm in your body is well worth it, right? Like, think of people who have a lot of arrhythmia in their heart. What if we could come back to rhythm by coming back to rhythm, right? Our bodies understand things like that. Not to say that it's guaranteed to work, but and generally, if you haven't listened to a lot of music with a strong beat and danced to it, you may not have good rhythm in your body. So we want to be able to find rhythm in our body. Circles with your knees in opposite directions, hydrating your hip socket, releasing your lower back. Humans used to come together and dance to the drums, right? They all found rhythm in their bodies together. That helped them know they could trust each other. And it also co-regulated huge groups of people, right? Huge groups of people come in together. I mean, it happens probably at a rock concert too. Let's lower our feet to the ground, lift your pelvis back up. Again, feet are fairly wide. I'm going to interlace my hands behind my butt, walk my shoulders closer together, pushing the floor away with my arms. I'm going to inhale, knees open, exhale, knees closed. If you can't connect your hands under your back, it's okay. Just push the floor away. Exhale, inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Come into center. Tippy toes, lower your heels, push your pelvis up. Heels lift, lower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Open your hands, widen your shoulders, roll it down to the floor. Come in for a landing. And then just push with your feet and take a little rock through your body. Invite your tissues to soften, invite your muscles to relax, and see if you can allow the rhythm of the movement into your body, the rhythm of the wave into your body. A lot of times we have gotten really good at holding our core or working our glutes or squeezing our abs, and then we can't let them go. So this is about letting it all go. Who's doing the work? My feet are just pushing and pulling. So my legs are kind of doing the work. Feel a little hamstring engage as my heel pulls. It's not a lot of work. But the hard thing is to really let go. Let go of all the holding. Let go of the corset. Good. And then we're going to roll over, coming onto our bellies. Bend your knees and let your legs fall from side to side. Massaging through the front of your quads, shaking your tail. Relax your butt. Really loose and easy. No extra tension in your body. You could take a big sigh. Let go of some breath. Let go of some holding. And then come in, tops of the feet down to the floor. We're going to do a baby cobra, no hands, coming up and lengthening back down. Baby cobra, release it down. Lengthening up, releasing down. And then we're going to change it. Hands stay connected. Try not to sink into your shoulders. So here's the sinking into your shoulders version, right? With your shoulders up at your ears. Here's shoulders down, pressing up. Go back and forth if you're uncertain. Can I do it with my shoulders up to my ears? Yes. Does that look great? Maybe not. Does it feel great? Maybe not. But we want to be able to do both things. We don't want to be, there's only one way. There's a million ways to do everything. Some of them are more functional than others, but we don't want to stop the ability. Although generally we do want to, when we hit the top, lengthen our neck, push the shoulders down, open it up. And then you can try to touch your toes to your head. When I first started doing that for myself, it was like, oh, this feels horrible. But now I gotta say, it feels really good. So sometimes it takes a while. How long did it take for that to feel good? It might have taken a few months. Good. Take it back to a child's pose. Breathe. Breathe into your lower back. Wiggle around. Soften your spine. Let go. Little hum. Tell your body it's okay. You're moving. And let's come forward to, let's come back to the belly. I still want to do this. I want to do a baby cobra head circle. So your ear is going to go towards your shoulder, come up the middle, ear to the other shoulder, and down. Listening to your own body to decide on the range of motion. How big is the movement going to be? Work with what feels good in your body. And then change direction, go the other way. And let's come back up and take a child's pose again. Breathe down into your lower back, wiggle around. Bring life into your child's pose. So it's not just a locked position of stillness. We're not like it's not passive. There can be movement and mobility while relaxing. So the activity doesn't have to be, it can just be opening free flow into your body. Doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm really trying. It can be really easy. And then we're going to take it back and we're going to do everyone's favorite, getting up and getting down in any way, getting up and getting down in any way. If you need to work your arms more, you might want to get up by pushing through your arms, standing up, and then taking it down that way. You might want to do that in any way. Or you might want to use, I can't quite do it without the help of my chair or the wall. So you may want to give yourself the freedom of using something to help you. Hands obviously can help you, but if you can start to be able to do it without your hands, that is good. That's a good indicator of healthy lifespan, health span, lifey health span, healthy lifespan. So getting up and down multiple times, oh, we could be very exciting about it, right? But you don't have to. If you're a super mover and you want to keep trying different ways, don't hurt yourself. Make it work for you. Letting yourself find multiple ways to get up and get down. You never know when you're going to need to mobilize in a really awkward, weird situation. So you're just finding ways to make that accessible. And if it's a real challenge, you could just get down and up off of your couch, get down, lay on the couch, and then get back up. Do it 10 times. That will be exercise, right? How creative can you be in your ways of getting up and getting down? And then find your way down to the floor. Don't skip this section. This could be the most important section of the whole class. Feel your heartbeat, feel your breath flow. I'm going to grab a weighted ball. If you have something So I've got this 8-pound ball. You could use a stone, right? You could get a stone from the garden. In fact, I have some rocks from the garden that are in plant stands so that the plants don't fall over, right? They're helping ground the plant stand. And I always think, I probably should just be using those, not this piece of plastic crap. Oh well, I got suckered in. I bought the thing. Knees together, feet are turned in, so it's pigeon-toed, not kneed, circling around your body, either with this weighted item, if you have one, or just your hands together. As you're doing this circle, take in the space around you, and then change direction. I am taking in the creaking of my floor, which, since I have original sound on, you can probably hear it too. What do you hear in your room? If you like to work out to music, feel free to add music as you're taking the class, right? Listen to something if that makes it more pleasurable. I hope you changed direction. I don't know if I said it, but I know I did it. Use your breath. Good. And let's let that go. So we had the circles with the upper body moving around. Now we're going to circle our legs. I think I need to move away from plants. Circling your legs as little or as big as feels good. Just looking down at the pea pod, I have closed off a pathway that she likes to take to get behind the couch. And she looked very curious, so my cats are not spoiled at all. No, if you have animals, do you have them for any other reason than to work on your capacity to love or to feel love? So I totally spoil my cats. I can't help it. They're so excellent. Last one. Breathe, open up your gut body. Open up your heart, your lungs. Let's just do a theta breath. It's a soft hiss with your tongue behind your teeth, very gentle, and just free up your head-tail connection. So letting go of any tightness in your spine, massaging it out, using this theta breath to soften and downregulate your body to come into a more relaxed place. Soft, gentle little waves inside your body, allowing the discs and the vertebrae to just create more spaciousness in there. Letting the cerebrospinal fluid, which is moving around your brain, around your spinal cord, filtering through your body 3 to 4 times a day. It does sort of the job of the blood in the body in your spinal cord. Like, it is bringing oxygen and nutrition and taking away waste, right? So as we move, we're inviting the movement of that fluid. Gentle, easy movement. We're not forcing it, we're not shoving it. We're being very soft, easy, delicious wave-like movement in your spine from your head to your tail. And the waves can be very three-dimensional, right? It's not like they're just going one way. These waves are very gently turbulent, gently free flowing. So it's not turbulent that's really harsh. It's just not super laminar where it's completely organized. There's a little bit of free flow in there. Just letting yourself pan your awareness through your body. What is it called? Scan. Scan, do a little body scan, especially through your central channel, through your spine, through this area, letting go of tension if you encounter it. Just letting it go. Internal rotate one leg at a time. Feet are wider than your sticky mat, spiraling in. You can hook over and take that deeper. This is a great way to open up your sacrum, lower back, and also get the internal rotation. So piriformis, glutes, all that stuff. If you ski, bicycle, walk a lot, anything where we're in that pattern that's pretty much sagittal, it's good to get this internal rotation, especially if you do anything like dancing, ballet, or ice skating, right? There's a lot of external rotation in that. Hockey, inline skating. We want to also let the tissue rotate in so that the hydration can get in multiple different ways and that the tissue has this mobility inside your body. What tissue? Your muscles, your fascia, your tendons, ligaments. Ligaments we want to be pretty stable. They are there to keep bone attached to bone. Tendons are attaching muscle to bone. They want to have mobility but not be super overstretched, right? They are there to anchor this much more fluid system of your muscle and your to your bone. Press it up again. Lift as high as you can. Just push up and then roll it down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra, softening into the mat. Come to neutral and then press it up. You can roll up, push the floor away, lift, roll it back down. And again, roll it up. Let it massage out your shoulders. So if you carry a lot of tension up there in your upper traps, as you come up, let that just get a squish. As you come down, hydrating through the back body, rolling it up and rolling it down. And let's roll over, roll over. We're almost done. I feel like I've been going on and on for a long time, but I want to do a little bit more. Coming to a forearm plank. You're going to push forward and back. Head reaches forward, heels reach back. Trying to keep your body right in the middle. Come into center, parallel one knee to the floor. Parallel, parallel, twist under, parallel, parallel, spiral, spiral, parallel, parallel, twist, twist, parallel, parallel, twist, twist, parallel, parallel, twist, twist, parallel, parallel, twist, twist. Two more sets. Parallel, parallel, twist, twist. Last one, parallel, parallel, twist, twist. Coming up, we're going to come onto your knees if that feels okay. If you need more padding under your knees, get it. Legs are reaching out behind you, toes either curled under or not. We're going to take it back, reach to the floor, one side, reach to the floor, the other side, come up. Curl your toes under if you haven't, butt to heels. Coming up, either leaving your feet like that or not. Take it back to one side, take it back to the other side. Coming up. You can change this in any way that you need to. I am curling my toes under for the squat or for the sit down. You don't have to. But I feel like it adds something to the feet. Most people are kind of tight back there in the soles of their feet. So Adding that or not, touching one side, touching the other side, taking it down, one side, the other side. If you're feeling this in your quads, you're working your quads and you're also stretching them at the same time. Last one, last set. Hands to the floor, butt to the ceiling. Walk it in, roll it up, and we're going to do an assisted or not, hand on the wall, quad stretch. Just turn in and out. Heel moves toward the outer hip, heel moves towards the midline. And switch it to the other side. You could be working your balance also on this if you want to, not holding the wall. Sometimes I like to just hold the wall just so that I can just think about the stretch and not be trying to balance also. But both are good. This plant has this one frond really sticking out into space. All right, inhale, open it up. Deep breath in. Exhale, shake and bounce, shake and bounce, shake and bounce. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake, shake, shake. Inhale, open. Shake, shake, shake. Last one. Open it up. Shake, shake, shake. If you are there in TV land and you made it this far, you win. You win the prize. You have an attention span that not a lot of people have anymore these days. They have been stolen. So the cats, yeah, the cats, Peapod was in and out today, but everybody else is not here. All right, I'm closing out the live stream. Thanks for joining. Like, subscribe, share, do all the things. I will be here again on Saturday, 9:30 Eastern time, which probably means more like 9:35 because I'm opening a Zoom room ahead of time. If you ever want to be in the Zoom room, reach out. My